Well, MIBR took it home on the first map there, but Zik said that 100 Thieves, they're confident coming into the second one here. It's Icebox, one both these teams are very comfortable on, and one that 100 Thieves is super familiar with. They just played this exact same comp from Crew last week.
Yeah, MIBR Crew, they're playing the same comps basically every time
Pretty
they
much
roll
the
out
same
on
style
this.
too.
Yeah, it's a very, very similar look. So expecting to see the Harbor and whatnot come out from the MIBR side. Well, 100 Thieves continue playing the comp that they were playing so much of back in 2024, right? The Gecko plus the Sova is pretty effective at getting information. And of course, that Gecko wingman, really, really nice in the post plants.
Yeah, that it is. On the attacking side, I think the pace is going to be a bit quicker for 100 Thieves. You'll see them a lot take space somewhere like A main and then wait for their refreshables, re-hit into a site. They have super strong execs here. And even against the Harbor Viper, double scan is super strong to be able to kind of clear out through those walls and even send cryo through on fight sometimes.
For sure. I feel like a lot of people have sort of forgotten about
Don't bring that energy. That energy I like. You're a boss, okay.
Yeah, that's good stuff, and the other energy we have tomorrow. But no, I do like the wingman. Of course, I think. Come on, that's a good one, maybe.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I got a slight chuckle, and that's all I'm ever after. But I don't talk about Gecko, because everyone else has forgotten about Gecko except for Zix. Zix and Austin are like the only Gecko heads.
He's the last guy who remembers.
Yeah, they're the only Gecko heads left out there. But whether it's getting the cringe like top A site post plant setup, whether it's retaking with Wingman, just having an extra body to bait out all that post plant util, I think this agent is very slept on this map still.
Yeah, 100 Thieves, it feels like their whole approach to this year was like, everyone discounted agents. Oh, Neon's gone, Gecko's gone. And they were like, wait a minute, guys, we can just still play all those agents.
Yeah.
They're actually still pretty good. And well, it's been hit or miss depending on the take, but generally 100 Thieves is one of the few teams kind of blazing their own trail, not playing nearly as much Tail Breach.
You did this!
By the way, the timer stopped, guys.
How dare you!
Where's that
Where are
fan?
they? I don't see them. Where? Over there? Why? Why? Come on! Just one day we get through no problems. That's all I'm asking for.
No.
Unbelievable.
And it's looking like some kind of mouse issue. By the way, that heart is going to stay as just half of one if you're bringing that energy.
My issue is that mouse pad is upside down. Looks like the water is in the sky and the sun is in the ground.
Do you think that matters?
I think that matters. That's an issue. That's a personal issue.
I'll play with my mouse pad at vertical sometimes, like spun around. So
do you have a design on it?
No.
Well, then that's fine.
Okay.
But don't put a design on it if it's going to be
well,
upside
no,
down.
Look, the camera can see it and its face.
Whoa.
That's actually kind of optimal.
It's a pretty mouse pad, too.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like it.
We'll let you guys know as soon as possible when we're about to get into game here. It is a tech pause. We saw our agents. Let's talk a little bigger picture, though, because winner of this one gets to play against Crew. And for 100 Thieves, I think they want that. It was a pretty close game at the end of the group stage, and it'll be their opportunity for revenge if they win this series against MIBR.
There's MIBR Crew. That's just a banger.
All
things considered. I think loser would end up going down and facing NRG in an elimination match, which would equally be a banger.
But here we go. Finally, the tech issues are out of our way. We're hopping into Icebox, and 100 Thieves start out on their attack side.
It's Osboss against the world over on the A site. Rest of his team is playing B, and already quick on the dash, so you see him checking out a little bit more on those angles. He's already lost his only ability this round.
Gecko flashback online. Asuna spotted. And Osboss, he'll run away from this one. MIBR really happy to play retake with this comp.
Yeah, Shannon pops that wall relatively early, too. 100 Thieves not respecting it at all. Could end up stalling out this retake for MIBR.
More shock darts going in. Onside post plant against the Harbor Viper, but Osboss up again. This time only one kill on the pistol, but the trade's favorable, and 100 Thieves only have one guy left on this side. He's got to run too. So a 3v4, but time already working towards 100 Thieves' favor, and now they fight back in, but smokes are up on the spike. Artson diffusing in the cove, and they're getting the kills, but can they stop the defuse? Not in time! MIBR just inside the safety of their cove come up with a third pistol round out of 3.
Yeah, just brutal for 100 Thieves, not winning on these low gun rounds. And there it comes with 100 Thieves realizing, hey, it's a pistol. We actually don't have all that insane post-plant utility to stall. So instead of being able to fall back later in the round like they would have liked to, they're forced to go for these fights, and that cove made it such an issue.
And I think 100 Thieves did have a good read into the Harbor Viper, trying to play really heavy on site and fight ahead of the walls. MIBR really only has the Sova Dart to get back in. They don't have any flashes, they don't have a ton of util to actually clear out the site, but they just straight up win out in the trades. And once you're off the site, it's so hard to win against that cove.
Early Outlaw posts up, and Asuna splatters on the floor.
And he had the spike too. Cryo's gonna steal that one and get back towards B.
I guess 100 Thieves, they're just going to be sussing out what this B-side utility is going to look like, whether it's the one-way orb, pretty common. That alarm bot that actually gets dragged a little bit, didn't actually pop all the way because it was blocked off with Division.
Orb up again. And you're going to see a lot of this waiting on 100 Thieves' attack side. Yeah. Oh, we used our Sova Dart. Let's get that back online. Then we can finally re-hit once we have the gas. But unfortunately, they're hitting into the Outlaw. Okay, Bustio had some nice shots, but Cortesia better adjust with the Guardian and locks up a second round.
Yeah, I feel bad hyping up Cortesia now. Last map was insane. He's got 4 kills on the low guns. I'll wait a little bit more before we start popping off on him again. But I do like sort of how he holds over on that B side as well. So much what MIBR is trying to. You see those double mollies that he's put down. That's just to guard that space on back yellow. By the time those mollies are out, teammates will have rotated over. MIBR will be able to push and re-get that position over on the back of that box.
Placing swamp grenade.
Makes it really annoying to hit onto the B side when he's putting down those 2 mollies.
Yeah, you just saw him putting down the mollies there if you want to clip it and steal his lineups.
Yeah, if you think about it, there's like 2 different lines of defense. First, you have the alarm bot and the orb that go down there. Then you have the double mollies blocking off yellow. And then you've probably got 5 players of MIBR behind it. So good luck, 100 Thieves. You need to deal with this utility early on in the round, which the pace they're working at now is fairly nice.
He's very disciplined with it. Doesn't choose to pop the mollies yet.
Yeah, you got to wait for that next wave of util.
And here it comes. Molly's popped, but Cryo up over top. A duel against the Killjoy, who just nearly jumps out of danger.
Yeah, nice that Cryo gets on top there. But again, it is down numbers. Bit of a worrying sign for 100 Thieves.
A better sign. A site's open for now, and Bustio's in a position to walk up into that space, but he's very worried about a walk up from his opponent.
Yeah, I don't think 100 Thieves got full information of players rotating over, so it's still a bit of a gamble moving back to this area of the map. Still, MIBR will be playing full retake, and they have their beautiful Viper wall to play around, of course. Artsen's wall should also be coming back in not too long. So see what they can do. Expect 100 Thieves to play forward without a lot of tools in the post plant left to them.
100 Thieves would love to see Cryo get an early kill here. The shot darts, ooh, nearly actually kills Xander there. Gets quite low on that second one.
Yeah, but 100 Thieves have to take the early fight, so they're just going to get blocked off by the smokes. Everyone's boosted up here.
It's going to give some creative crossfires to the players holding down this site. First kill's good for EU. They hold strong on their positions with MIBR starting to make their way in here, starting to trade things out, but time is low. The smokes players are dead, and the shots, oh, not quite landing there. Verno has to back his buddy up, and he's done that. EU, 1v2, darts available, but Cortesia, he gets the kill, and the defuse, it'll come in time.
100 Thieves are already thinking to themselves, not again. MIBR starting to run away with things. Comes with that early pick over in B main. Boop. Austin in the last 2 rounds has just been destroyed without having much of a chance to take a fight. And there's Cortesia with the Sheriff starting to pop up.
I think you can give him the credit now.
Now I'll give it to him when he basically just wins around for his team.
Yeah, 6-1 at this point. And it's giving echoes of map 1. Remember, 100 Thieves started that game down 0-4 on split.
Mission for 100 Thieves in this round is just get that spike down. They've got a Hunter's Fury. If they can plant the spike, it wouldn't be the end of the world, especially after taking out Verno.
The trade is there. Mollies from both teams, but 100 Thieves. Front sight, that's theirs. Here comes MIBR, flooding in. The trades are good, and now Shenom in a 1-on-2. drops in. Boostio doesn't get it, but EU backs him up with a stunning shot. And 100 Thieves couldn't do it on the bonus, but they've got it on the eco.
Wow, that was the sole rifle going into that round for 100 Thieves on EU. He's able to get the job done. That was a wild round. I'm not sure exactly what happened. It seemed like MIBR really stuck onto these fights. You can see them trying to flood out into the back of site. They don't want to give up that space at all. But as a result, I think their spacing was just a little bit off. Everyone kind of took their ones and got a bit demolished by EU's rifle.
EU's gone under the radar after being one of the most standout rookie players of last year, a really hyped guy coming off of that M80 roster who just narrowly missed out on their own spot here in the Americas League. It's been a little quieter this year thus far, but you still see glimmers of how good he can be, what the peaks are for EU on the initiator. And I'm saying all this because it's another tech pause.
Where's that fan? This is on you! You did it! Not Pengu.
I don't think she was up there
Sorry,
nibbling the
not
cables.
Pengu.
I
No,
don't
we're
think it's
getting
actually on
over.
her.
No, where?
I think you're lashing out because of the tech pause.
I'm not lashing. See the tech pause sign! I swear.
It's not a supportive sign. It's a flat face. It's a colon.
I
What
don't
is
know.
that vertical line called? I don't even know. Here we go. Hit towards B from 100 Thieves. What is it called?
I don't know. It doesn't matter, Mimi.
Oh,
We're here to watch
key?
Valorant.
Okay.
Last time, Cryo went for the jump and dash over to top yellow, which is actually really effective at getting around the Molly setup of Cortez's.
Oh yeah!
This time, Cortez's only got the one.
Thrash into B.
Oh!
Pretty deep back. Catches onto someone. I've seen this round before, but he's got the Hunter's Fury shots this
Hold
time.
on.
Oh my god, MIBR! They found 2 kills. It's an even round, and Verno, he's got another. MIBR! They stolen this round.
Well, that was a nice box round. That was just a little bit all over the place. Okay, let's try and track all the kills, because that was an insane round to try and observe, because Osmos is boosting over in back Snowman over the Viper Wall, getting a kill, then getting
The
traded
player
out.
under him then gets hit by the Thrash.
Yeah.
Sovault starts coming in.
But while 100 Thieves are focused on the Snowman players, then MIBR had people flooding in underneath tube.
Okay, here we go.
See, that's cute. That's cute.
Nice kill.
But then this happens under site, but at the same time, Verno is top site. So Asuna has like players coming at him from like 4 different directions.
Good job, Verno!
I don't think anyone knew what was happening that round except for Verno.
But he was perfect in it. Slowed it all down, found success, and 100 Thieves are broke yet again. Just a hero rifle on EU. Cryo is one off his ult. I think they want to get the orb here, grab the Blade Storm for this round. He bought full armor into this round to support it.
We haven't seen Shenum playing aggressively back yellow just yet.
Get out of my way!
It's been a lot more of these passive holds from deep lines. But EU still has the dart. That should go back yellow. It actually looks like Shenum has fallen out of the area, so seeding over that space as more players rotate onto the B side for MIBR. And this walk into mid. Hold on, those shots aren't quite finding themselves.
Eventually they will. Cryo gets one with the blades, but Cortezia using his ultimate, and it's not being broken. 100 Thieves, they're getting held at the gates. They have to go all the way back into the corner behind yellow. EU not in time. Now a flank for Ospas activated in the Outlaw. One bullet will do it on both these targets. Easy for Ospas.
Not going to be victim to EU's Vandal on the save this time around. No, sir. Does cost Cortezia his ult there, but at the end of the day, not too bad for MIBR. And that is a good look for more things to come for 100 Thieves. You can see them trying to fight forward through their own Viper Wall there with the Dizzy. A lot of teams on Icebox don't actually run flashes in their comp, so it can be really hard to actually take that deep space. This is now the last couple rounds in a row we've seen 100 Thieves try to play aggressively and get in front of the MIBR retakes. Because if you just play passively, play offsite as 100 Thieves, the double walls, the smokes, everything is just so frustrating to deal with. So even down 4 rounds so far, I still like the post-plant approach from 100 Thieves, but hard to hold out a lot of hope for them right now.
It is tough to find the perfect balance between being proactive enough to not get cut off by the smokes and being out of position and getting caught off by people. Kind of have to be on point with that one, and sorry, MIBR, they have been great in the retakes. 4 out of 5 of the rounds they've won, I should say, have come from that.
I do wonder if 100 Thieves are going to start doing anything in the mid space coming out of this timeout. We've seen really just, holding looks. Boostio in that last round, maintaining that space, but we haven't seen any aggressive lurking or ideas around that. Just seen a lot of these, opens into either A or B and continue on your way. Hasn't been a lot of smoke and mirrors for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, would like to see a little more from Xander. Had big shoes to fill, replacing Bang this year. Someone who was probably 100 Thieves' best player in the 2024 season.
That guy continues to be a beast, but for now it'll be 100 Thieves trying to find their way around to Osboss's off. They're really good at this back on Split. This time, though, you don't have quite the same level of util, and just like on Split, it's the backline of MIBR that continue punishing 100 Thieves.
Osboss too, and Shenom, proactive. Walking through Xander's Viper wall and ready.
Oh, no.
As the wall falls, it's a free kill for Shenom.
And I don't love Xander's chances on a round like that to prove himself.
Not quite.
Being asked to do a little bit too much after you lose 2 players in A main early.
Yeah, 30 seconds in, it's a 2v5.
Yeah, this is also not the mid look that I was hoping for 100 Thieves, the desperation mid push.
The pray for a kill in a 2v5.
Yeah.
I don't think that being answered too well.
Wow.
MIBR, flawless round. I don't think anyone even took damage.
I'll add insult to injury. That was 100 Thieves buying down to nothing.
Oof.
Now again, this is MIBR's map pick, but if you stepped away during halftime and didn't hear Zix's interview, this guy sounded confident. He's like, yeah, we played a great map of Split. Like, we just lost our pistols.
Yeah,
and
he
the
was
bonus.
like, we were winning all the gun rounds, we were feeling okay, lost a couple key rounds.
C'est
la vie.
Yeah, it came in and said we have the exact read on how MIBR are going to play this map. So, well, even if they have the read, it doesn't seem to have been enough so far.
Yeah, that book has teeth.
Yet it was the eco round from 100 Thieves, the only one they were able to win before. So, see if they can get in a post plant. They've got strong ultimates to be able to play off of, but MIBR already have 4 players on this side of the map. They know 100 Thieves have not been going for fakes. It's just been open into the Gecko utility reset, into the hit.
Good night, little buddy. Spike is dropped, and Osboss dives away, in through with the trades. 100 Thieves find some success. A chance for a round. An ultimate used. And the operator, a tough weapon to retake into a pit with. Osboss takes his time. Clearing every angle, trying to find any mistake. Shenom, tap on the spike, spray coming through. Shorty, that'll do the job for one, but the Viper is still alive and time is becoming a big issue. Molly at the feet, Osboss dead, and that should be it. Time is too far gone, and 100 Thieves. It's a simple round, just a straight up exec, but it's their first success in a while.
2 for 2 on the Thrifties, I suppose, for 100 Thieves. And it comes after basically the same situation they won the last time around, right? It's MIBR trying to hold on to the site, but not playing really any complementary angles as far as I can tell. Or at the very least, 100 Thieves' utility was forcing players away from being able to trade. You know, that player getting tagged through back on the top of sign. MIBR need to figure out their A-hold when they are playing backside, or 100 Thieves might just keep dipping in to that side of the map.
They'll have good reason to this round. KJ ult online, but here's an aggro look. Osboss forward. Ult used to help him out, but he has to fall away. The ultimate, though. It's good from Verno as Xander gets proactive on the lurk up mid. Knows Verno was ulting here and punishes him for it. On the back pedal, he'll stay alive, but more forces coming to deal. The QRF is here, and Xander, low on health, pinched. Dead by MIBR's hands.
Still, MIBR moving mid to clear out Xander has given opportunity to put the spike down, but 100 Thieves are looking for the kills. Cryo not sticking that through. Killjoy lockdown is now going to guarantee the plant, but keep your eyes on Shenom on the flank.
He's up quick. Ready on the angle. You spots him and gets the kill as well. Now a 2-on-2. With Cryo forward towards spawn. And only one bullet in the chamber for Aspas. Slowly clearing out. Trying to find the shot onto the player. Cryo looks the wrong way. Now the classic up. Dash forward, trying to claim a weapon, and he's done that as EU scampers away. Tucks in on the site. And starts to wrap his way around. Aspas, not a lot of time to work with. And the kill, EU's not giving it. He tucks tight. Time works in his favor. And despite Aspas's 3K, 100 Thieves win their first rifle round.
100 Thieves are really exploiting this A side of the map. MIBR got so distracted, I think, with Xander finally taking the opportunity on a midler. And it came after there was this big opening into the A space, so I really like Xander's timing going into mid. First of all, he thought the alarm bot was B main, because they'd seen that so many times before.
Another little clutch for the boy.
Keeping it calm, keeping it good.
Dream big, make it happen.
Xander might try and take another opportunity at some point again.
Aspas again with the off. Dodges the Dizzy and gets his target. EU's dead. Thrash hit and gone as well as Shenom tried to do something more, maybe overstayed his welcome towards yellow.
A little bit awkward. 100 Thieves run out of gas on the Viper. So have to slow down before committing the plant.
Poor Dizzy not going to get picked up.
100 Thieves have no real chance of swinging back yellow until the gas is back.
No dash for Aspas. He doesn't have a chance to risk pushing that smoke.
Good spam.
Plant stopped and Cortesia gets
And
a kill
that
as well.
Xander going down means no smoke, so now all of the crosshairs are opened up. Sight lines available. Cryo pushes in.
Oh my god.
Shut down instantly.
Aspas doesn't like that. Misses the op shot. Gets him with the classic, and they're back in control of this game. 7-3 now.
Tough round for 100 Thieves. Not doing perfect work at clearing the jet. Of course, they saw that the Dizzy got a ping on someone. Didn't realize that Aspas had just tucked away on the back left corner.
Isolate.
Now it'll be 100 Thieves forced down into a save.
4-1 stack. MIBR forward. Fighting on A. The op. Not ringing out for a kill this time. But up top, Shenom arrives for his. The ultimate trying to punish this forward play. Can he get a tag? Yes. That's a death onto the IGL. And it's even back to a 4-on-4 as 100 Thieves explores their options.
Yeah, thing is MIBR, they've still got that alarm bot in B main, so they won't be too fooled by a play like this. Got mollies to stop the plant as well as to stop the flip back into Snowman. Bit of a different setup that we've seen from Cortesia.
Already though, having to use the Sov ult on what is just an eco round.
Ooh,
Really want to win it.
Late on the lockdown.
Still gets it in time. Cortesia, a little pressured there. And up top the spam. Oh, it's excellent from Cortesia. Shorty to finish the job. They trade out ults, but MIBR again winning the round.
Yeah, that was kind of nice from Cortesia. He thought, originally he was thinking, I put this down now and they won't be able to plant. You don't have to stall the round. But instead, because he puts it down at the same time the spike's getting planted, 100 Thieves are almost forced to fight up into that. Had a good line on the spam. The rotates were coming in quick enough to capitalize off of it as well.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
It was a rougher map one, but Aspas here in playoffs delivering.
Let's go.
He's 15-6 on Icebox thus far.
The final round of this attack side, 100 Thieves again looking at the A side of the map. MIBR have solved their problems on A by fighting super aggressively, but this round, it's a Killjoy setup there instead. And a unique turret placement as well to watch the cross into window. But it's all just to set up this Viper's pit. Play very deep on the information.
Look how far Artsin has walked up here as well. He might have a chance on Debussy if he wants to take his timing.
And Aspas is holding the garage walkout too with the op on top yellow.
This setup is killer. Artsin spots the shoulder. That's a great jiggle from EU. And now the punish coming through, but Artsin blinded. He's still good for 2. And while he found his mark, there's still the operator waiting here. Primed to hold down the space on B. Where's 100 Thieves heading? They still want to make an attempt to take B main. E will have his start in a couple seconds, but they're just swinging into the op instead. That's one for Osbos. He keeps the pressure applied, sticks around back yellow and wants to swing in for more. His team's starting to arrive. The op posted on the angle again. And it's locked down. Osbos, he does everything on B. 3 kills from him, 2 from Artson, and a shutdown to end the half.
Just a dominant first half from MIBR. Apart from those few silly little thrifty rounds that 100 Thieves won, just dominance from MIBR. And continuing to find different looks round after round. This is the first time 100 Thieves have seen anything like this.
Nice.
And it blew them up.
Osbos cool, calm, winning that last round. They're up 9-3 as we head to the half.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Heading into the 4th half of this series, and 100 Thieves are still yet to win a pistol round.
It's been tough for them so far. Now trailing 3 rounds to 9 of MIBR's. It's time to start this half off the right way for them, or about time to wrap things up, to be honest. On MIBR's map pick of Icebox. So my eyes turn to 100 Thieves Duelist. Talked about him so much before the game. Cool start to this second map, but now a ghost in hand dropped over to him, armor as well. It's time for him to show up big.
Had 0.97 KPR in the regular season, the highest of any players in Americas. Cryo was electric, but he's yet to get that going here in the playoffs, and well, he's not on the right side this round. Said it's pressure towards A, but there's a 4-stack here from 100 Thieves. They're ready to try and hold, but it's still going to be an onslaught. Busio through the smoke. Everyone's blinded up, but 100 Thieves do well on the conversions. Now they have to take the time to back away, or they'll start to lose more, because it's back into a 2-on-3.
Quick flank. Cryo's just sprinting through spawn right now. Can slow things down now because MIBR do not have control of the spike.
1 enemy remaining.
Nice shot from 100 Thieves Duelist. It's finally the Duelist head-to-head we've been waiting for. In what's likely a fairly meaningless situation, Cryo's going to get the job done for 100 Thieves' first pistol.
Very nice from 100 Thieves. Wait for contact in main, pop back through with the dart and the dizzy, and went out in the brawl.
Now, the other thing 100 Thieves did, I don't know if you guys were paying attention to Cryo's money at the start of that round. Yes, he had a ghost given from his teammate. Yes, he had light armor. He didn't buy any utility. He was holding on to 400 credits, maintaining that he can guarantee have an operator for round 3. 100 Thieves realize how far behind they are right now.
Guys, win me this bonus. I promise you we win this game for free.
And look, they're setting up my point. Because what I'm trying to say is he wants to have that op on a quote-unquote bonus round.
And to prove it forward, they've bought him a Guardian. He still has almost 4K in the bank.
Bro's just getting handouts. One of the things 100 Thieves do well, too, is especially on the A side of this map, the way they fight together and play complementary angles has been a strength of theirs consistently.
Osbos is here, and there's trades coming through, but Asuna Good spray transfer. I think he might have just righted this ship. They're not out of the storm yet, though. Guns to be picked up on this side and a plant going in for Cortesia.
And those guns are kind of deep. I don't think MIBR have a chance.
Retake is fast. They won't let the guns be picked up, but do they even need them? Cortesia with the Sheriff for one. And now a 1v2 for Verno. Xander up top. Spotted out. Verno has it down to a one-on-one. Boostio on the other side. Only a Sheriff for the IGL as well. Tap on the spike. Verno sees the stick coming through, knows it's gone halfway, and Verno, the shot too, a clutch to win out the eco round, and MIBR back out on top, shut down the hopes for 100 Thieves.
Verno, ever since joining this MIBR team, has just been a treat to watch. Now with the Red Bull clutch, always alive in these late round situations, but so effective for the squad. It's just a disaster for 100 Thieves. There's one bit of saving grace, the fact that yes, Cryo still has op money. Bad news is, no one's headed to him.
And no one else really has a gun to speak of. They force fully into this round. Regardless, Boosty only has a Sheriff.
Trap play with the Dizzy ready to go. Of 100 Thieves contact. Ooh, but it's popped a little early.
No one's home.
So MIBR leave completely, and at the same time, they've got a late mid lurk in the form of Shenum. Cryo's up. Needs to be everything for 100 Thieves here. He's got a couple of angles to play off of. And yet, wait, the lurk. It's creeping forward. The timing here could be everything.
Shenum.
Cryo has no idea. The utility was not set up for him. And now he's been
Shenum
spotted.
knows. He's ready. Spots the jet backing away.
Oh, he has no idea.
He's just going to tuck in. As the team comes around on a flank, if he gets the kill onto Cryo, then MIBR have massive padding in this post plant. Cortesia, he's the one to open this up still. A slow jet working through defender spawn. But MIBR holding the line well. Cryo still gets one. Maybe a chance for 100 Thieves yet. But down goes Cryo. And these last two players, they don't have the guns for it. MIBR, yet again, come out on top. They navigate that post plant perfectly.
Yeah, great reaction to the triple flank coming in from 100 Thieves. And Shenum choosing to play a little bit more cautiously. You know, instead of taking that angle against Cryo, he just tucks straight into the site. Says, we'll play numbers, we'll bunker down here. That op has no chance of really swinging back in on that line. You can see it there. Cryo had no idea.
Just swing it into the op instead. That's one for so down 11-4, 100 Thieves call a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I mean, they're broke again. They've been forcing these last two rounds.
Well, you lose the anti-eco, then you buy the op, that falls down after trying to force up in round 15. So they're kind of forced to just go for it again and just keep going for these all-in sort of nothing burger buys.
The one good news, they have Thrash.
Okay.
But MIBR know that. They're, okay, you want to Thrash towards A. I'd put some money on MIBR, just setting up on the high ground angles, put the op somewhere that Thrash isn't going to be able to get it, and hold the site through. It's in no way a gotcha for 100 Thieves.
I think the only thing that's giving me hope in 100 Thieves right now is that they've seemingly just won their thrifty rounds.
Yeah, to this map at least.
It's not logical. And it looks like, again, MIBR are calling around Cryo pretty perfectly. Cryo's just been offsides every single round. Every single round he wants to play A, MIBR playing B. When he's on B, MIBR go A. He's been struggling to find the shots, find the fights even in this half.
Xander, that's a judge, and, well, it's already dealt with.
It's a bold strategy, folks.
Yeah, the old run it down B with the judge.
Personally, I can't condone that, but...
It works more than it should.
That's true.
But not this round.
And at the same time, look, Cryo has pushed up into A main of early info, but he can't actually go for a flank without being spotted on the turret.
Artson gets a spike down. Osbos saw Busio, I think, just spamming back through the smoke there.
Yeah, Cryo gives up on the flank too in favor of grouping back with his team.
Up top, yellow. Lost boss. Spamming, almost got another there. Just a hair off of where he was standing. It's a 3-on-5, players getting spotted out, and one by one, they're just getting dismantled. MIBR, it doesn't look like a contest in this round. 100 Thieves put all their money into it, and they get nothing in return.
Just brutal. 100 Thieves have to go back again. Another force to try and stay alive in this. And honestly, look, we came into this expecting MIBR to be the favorites. Sort of curious what our first look at Omega versus Alpha groups is going to be like, and it has certainly delivered to expectations.
Yeah, it's living up to the preconceived narratives of those Omega teams and how strong they were looking throughout the group stage. You'll get another chance at that. Next game, Sen facing off against C9, but for now it's 100 Thieves putting another stand on a 4-spy round. They've gotta. 8 rounds between them in overtime.
And again, Cryo just on the wrong side of the map. MIBR are just coming up heads with the coin flip every time.
They've got some knives as well. Osboss. When that orb drops, he's gonna be ready to go. They'll use the lockdown for it as well.
Is Xander gonna stick around and try and take a fight? I think so.
He is. They're all heading into the fight. 100 Thieves. That's 2 kills. The lockdown broken. But MIBR winning. The fight's in reply. And now, another ultimate available and an open A site.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? With 2 players pushing up in yellow, now Shenum takes the lurk into mid. There's no Killjoy left to spot that out. So it's a dancing game between Asuna and Shenum. Who will break first? It's gonna be Asuna. Shenum takes him down and just paves the way to a victory for MIBR.
EU and Cryo, a 2v3 retake.
And look,
Try and stay in the upper bracket here.
they've been the top performers for 100 Thieves in this map. But Cryo's down on 1 HP. EU hasn't got any armor. There's still Shenum in mid. It's over. Wrap it up. MIBR 2-0 over 100 Thieves.
It's beautiful from MIBR. A 13-4 victory on the second map. Outstanding lurks from Shenum. A step up from Osboss on the operator. And a right dismantling of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, if map 1 was an example of how MIBR can still beat you when Osboss isn't popping off, this was an example of how badly MIBR beat you when he does.
Yep, 24-9 for Osboss. Cortez at Shenum, both 17 and 11 right behind him.
Classic stuff, classic work on MIBR's best map of Icebox.
MIBR, that sets us up for a qualification game against Crew on Saturday.
That's such a banger, especially if we get Icebox in the pool. Both those teams so good on the map.
Our 2 best in this league at playing on the Icebox.
And on the other side of things, a 100 Thieves NRG elimination match.
Busio versus Finesse. Need I say more?
Cinema.